Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna Mae Bell, and if you're an oldie coming back, then I love you for coming back. Today's video is going to be all about my pre-op experiences going in for the VSG. This video shouldn't be too long, it should be really short and sweet, so we're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. I do want to put a disclaimer on this video. Everybody's surgeon is different. Everybody's route to VSG will be different. This is just my story, so you guys can get a little bit of a background. I don't have to share this information with you, but I know that while I've been in the process of getting VSG, I wished people were answering the questions that I had, and just talking about things that, is a little taboo. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of insight on how the process actually goes. With my surgeon, it is completely different. Your surgeon, it will be completely different. I'll also be talking about the pre-op diet in this video, so just stay tuned for that as well. So the first step of your pre-op experience when going for the VSG surgery is to make a consultation with your surgeon. I had 3 surgeons in mind: my mother's, my beautician's, and then my best friend's and her mother's. Out of the 3 of them, I chose one, and that was my best friend's surgeon. The reason I chose him was because he met all criteria that I had walking into his office. The first is his relationship with the people in his office. I needed to make sure that their relationships looked healthy, at least seemingly healthy when stepping foot. I didn't feel any tension, and I didn't have any hesitations about that. The second thing I wanted to make sure is that he had a personality, or that he actually cared to talk to you and didn't rush you because he had a following appointment. With that, I felt comfortable with this surgeon as well. The third thing I look for is location. Is it nearest to me or is it a little farther away? Where are the locations of his fellow doctors who will help me in the process? And then it also went down to cost. Is he covered under my insurance? Will I be okay in the future? Those are the 4 things that I had in mind. Oh, and then the last thing that was important to me was the moods of all of the clients coming in. My surgeon happens to have a nice long list of clientele, which also made me feel great for the state of New Jersey. There are a couple of them, but this one is probably one of the top ones. I will not be disclaiming my surgeon's information on this video, but I will tell you that he's really awesome, and maybe in the future I will tell you who my surgeon is. So those are the things that this surgeon primarily met. Not to say the other ones for my mother and my beauticians weren't as great, but he's the one who stuck out to me. The next thing I needed to do was meet him. So when I went in the office, I was taken to a room. They took my measurements as far as like my height and my weight. And then I met with him. I also met his leading nurse, who was really sweet. She actually stayed a little bit longer with me just to answer some of my first questions. And the first thing he did was hand me my passport to VSG. This is what my passport looked like, you guys. I'm not going to show you too much because you'll be able to tell exactly who I went to by looking at the passport. Basically, I believe that each passport should be customized to your insurance policy. Of course, my insurance policy is different than yours. So with my insurance policy, it actually gave me a brief rundown of what is expected from me before I'm actually approved for the surgery. I have to make all my appointments immediately following this consultation, and then once they are scheduled, I needed to check in with the office so that they can have my appointment dates. Therefore, they can follow up with the doctors that I met with to clarify that I actually went in, and then also in the process get their clearances from said doctors because from the beginning they had their information. So basically, I had to meet with a dietitian at the nutritionist counseling office. I had to meet with a psychologist. I had to meet with a gastroenterologist, which is a stomach doctor for short. I had to meet with my pulmonary, which is a lung doctor, and I also had to meet with my cardiologist, which is for the heart. I made sure that once I left this office, I put all my information in here. I made all my appointments by dates, got the times, and then called back and gave them all the information. You will have a lot of rounds of tests being done. I had about 3 EKGs done, 1 endoscopy with a biopsy, x-rays done in the process. My heart doctor also did something else related to the heart and the cavity where you have to lay down like an ultrasound and they check that. There's a lot of different stages that each doctor might do. Again, your doctors might be different, but this is just a list of all the tests I had to do. When I first went to the doctor, I thought that my surgery would be sometime in September. I was actually okay with September. My stars met up in September. It was great. But once I got there, he said I could have it as early as July, and that's when I went for the middleman and I chose August. So for example, if you are not insured, it might take you 6 months to a year to get approved for the surgery through just doctors' backgrounds. If you are insured with a different insurance company, it might take you 4 months 12 months, 6 months, 7 months, 3 months, 2 months for all I care. It just depends on the state you live in, the healthcare provider you have or don't have, and what the process is with or without insurance for you. That means also the price range is different when it comes to VSG, which is why a lot of people don't talk about how much they paid because they don't know your background. Okay, let me just put that out there. So it doesn't matter what they paid. Do your own research, find your own surgeons, and go from there. I do recommend that you're 100% truthful during this time. Your mental is so important, especially going through the process itself or going through all of the pre-op experiences that you have to go through. I actually didn't proceed on with that therapist just because I didn't really feel a connection. However, I am looking into therapy as time progresses. I also was having experiences of my own outside of the doctor's and surgeon's office. I did start doing more research as far as what are low sodium products or low calorie products, what can I have in broths and soups and waters and things of that sort, trying out the different things that they recommend. Right now I am on the pre-op diet, but inside of this diet I actually can have food. Not everybody, considering your weight and your surgeon, will be able to have food before the surgery, especially because the purpose of the pre-op diet is to be a liver shrinking diet, meaning that your liver and your stomach are really close together, and in order for you to be able to get the surgery and successfully get the surgery without dangers of leaks or tears or anything from the inside of those incisions, you need to shrink your liver just a little bit more. I did go ahead and get a couple things for my pre-op diet. I won't be showing them in the video just because I could just list them all down below what I actually purchased. It's not to say follow me, I'm doing everything correctly, because you really don't know if you're doing something correctly. Like, I don't even know how much I weigh right now. I waited to the last minute to get a scale. Like, come on, girl. But I will say that the Premier protein shakes have been coming in super handy. I actually like the flavor caramel. My first one I tried was the chocolate, and I'm kind of lactose intolerant. So the chocolate just feels really heavy in my system versus the caramel kind of goes down easier and smoother for me. So this is the one I ended up preferring. I haven't tried the vanilla, but I did purchase that as well. I am looking into having 2 to 3 protein shakes a day. On my Instagram, I actually have been keeping track of everything that I've been eating pre-op. I also will have a little highlight just going through the journey when I don't want to post any of the pictures that I happen to take on my main feed. Some people do go on the liquid diet literally a week before, and some people go on the diet 2 weeks before. Me, myself, I am under a BMI of 45, so I am on a week's worth of the liquid diet. I'm actually at a 43.7, I believe. If I'm wrong, it's in the bottom description box, so don't worry about that. However, for my surgeon and for my directions, if I were to be over a BMI of 46, then I would have had to take 2 weeks of the pre-surgical diet. Don't worry about if you mess up, just keep it on to the main direction. My main focus, as per my nutritionist, is to do high protein, which is the protein, and then the chicken or the shrimp or the salmon that I'm eating. I don't really want to eat pork or beef going forward. I actually stopped a long time ago, and I just started to get that bad habit again. But for me, I won't be eating pork or beef. If I do, it'll be very, 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 very rare. I also am to drink 64 ounces of fluid a day, meaning that it is sugar-free, caffeine-free, non-carbonated, and it could be water, sugar-free ice pops, low sodium broth, herbal tea, sugar-free, calorie-free electrolyte waters. For sugar-free and calorie-free electrolyte waters, I have been drinking Vitamin Water Zero and also Smart Water. If not, I'm drinking Crystal Light, and the Crystal Lights I am drinking is rather the peach green tea, or I like the fruit punch. Primarily, I go for the peach green tea just because I like the peach white green tea from Starbucks or the strawberry green tea from Starbucks. So in order to wean myself off of them by getting the Crystal Light versions, it's actually been pretty damn helpful. Well, that was rude. For your pre-op experiences, I do recommend that you take lots of pictures. I will have pictures in different outfits just to see the difference. I haven't gone as far as to purchase clothes in advance, like going to get a size 10 and 12 and 8 and 4 like people have done. I don't really want to spend that unnecessary amount of money, but I do believe it's a great tool if you have the funds to do it, just because it'll keep you motivated and show you your progress over time. I do believe that taking pictures is essential in this process, just because some days you might not be able to see what you'll see in the future. I'm a size 18 right now. Maybe I'll take a size 12 jeans and I'll put them at my knees, and maybe in the future they'll come up all the way, or maybe I'll even skip over the pair of pants. Do it if you have the funds. It is amazing. I did go ahead and get measuring tape just to measure my measurements before and during and after I lose my first year's worth of weight. Of course, it'll go way past that, but my short-term goal is to measure my bust, my stomach, my thighs, and my arms pre-surgery, during the entire process, just to see the numbers go down, because it's the non-scale victories that are drilled into my head that matter most. I have a list of them that I'll be sharing over time with you guys on my Instagram, which is Brianna Mae Bell. If you are not following me, hello, do it now. Like right now. Thank you. My heaviest weight I've ever been was 260 or 265, around that area. My goal weight at this moment is to lose 25 pounds. My goal weight at this moment is to come in at 180. So in my first year, I would like to go down to 180. Yes, I have a gym membership. I actually have a membership to LA Fitness, and I haven't been going as of late, but I do have my gym clothes and everything set. As soon as I am able to walk, as soon as I am able to get back in the gym, I cannot wait to go full force for it. Blessed to have amazing friends and an amazing boyfriend who have offered to go with me to the gym to motivate and inspire me. So of course, with this surgery, you really want to look into toning and building muscle, because yes, I am okay with the fact that I will have loose skin, because loose skin in the end is not as bad as having all of this fat to work with. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or concerns, then don't hesitate to rather DM me on Instagram so I could do a Q&A, maybe following when I come back to YouTube, or you can leave them directly in the comment section. What I will say is that so far you guys have been so supportive. Based on the last video I posted, I know it was a little bit more emotional, a little bit more raw of a side of me, and I was so happy that you guys did nothing but support me. And then of course on my Facebook, my friends, my family, and you know, people I'm meeting on Instagram. I didn't even know this was like a whole community on Instagram. Like, people have been so nice and so supportive, and I'm so thankful for my love bugs and for every single person who has reached out to me. And I want you to know that going forward, yes, my channel will incorporate some VSG related videos, but I'm still going to be that fashionista and that passionate soul that you have come to know and love. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you all so much. Be safe, be happy, and of course, be you, boo. And I will see you very soon. I love you all. Bye.